Okay, I should be live for the first time in 4 months. I really need to be more on. I really should have been streaming then, but I wasn't. Oh wait, I gotta go. Okay, give me a second. All right, yeah. Let me make sure my stream isn't like lagging or anything. I think everything's looking all right. So, let me check. No clue if the audio balance is good. I should actually go check that. Hello? Actually, I can't really check the audio balance without, having audio from the game, really. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should get started on the game. That'd be a good idea. Mouse cursor shows up. I thought I turned that off. Okay. Yeah, if the audio balance is off, just correct me in the chat. Okay, I should be. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just hope that this works. Do I have my settings even set properly? My controller might be set up the wrong way. Okay. Cross is that one. Does it use start or something? Okay, use the smart. I'm just too young to understand. Let's see.
The ground there is hard, so be careful when you dig.
Yes, sir.
Doctor! Dr. Masuda!
What is it? Did you find something?
Yeah, we followed the corridor from the lakeside. It matches the location described in the research paper.
Good. Show us where it is.
It's different from the others.
I knew it!
It's over there.
I know that shape.
This must be...
Oh, the dog barking isn't too loud. Probably is.
that light.
Okay, that was a minute. That is a jump. Yeah, we're just gonna jump 4,000 years later. This guy's found this funny shape. Okay, that was a lot of attacks. Suda, I know that name.
Commencing startup experiment. Open up an interconnection.
Roger. Opening interconnection. Connecting with dummy protocol.
A-line protocol zone secured.
Opening cage partition. 60 seconds to release. Beginning countdown. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51.
Something tells me that touching that's a bad idea, dude. I wasn't wrong.
All monitors clear.
3, 2, 1. Partition open. Proceeding with Cosmos body formation.
Body formation complete, commencing Penfield mapping.
Proceeding with encephalon construction.
Mapping percentage at 76, 77, 78.
Encephalon construction complete.
There's noise appearing in the temporal lobe.
What's the problem?
It's on the left side of the temporal lobe. I'm showing slight stimulation of the synapses in section 818. It's within permissible bounds, though. Do you want to abort?
No. Let's keep going. Just stick to the menu. I'll try for a direct approach. Back me up.
Roger. Launching Nataraja connection system.
Password accepted. Commencing Nataraja boot up sequence.
Alan, there seems to be a problem with the visual field connection.
Ah, I see a small break in the MT field, route K12. It looks like the bi-directional link in the V4 field is lagged too. Hold on a minute. I'll fix it now. How is it now, Chief?
Okay. Looks good. Let's keep going.
Roger. Proceeding with Cosmos host separation.
Morning, Cosmos. How do you feel?
Good morning, Xian. All systems are normal.
Well, how about introducing yourself?
I am an anti-Gnosis humanoid fighting system, serial number 0000000001. Development name KPX, abbreviated name Cosmos. As I am currently configured for simulated battle, my output is limited to 22% of its normal capacity. My estimated weapons specifications are...
All right, that's good enough. Thanks.
You are welcome.
All I have for you today are the usual startup tests. Sorry to wake you up just for that. You'll have to go back to sleep once everything's checked out.
I see.
Do you feel sad or anything?
A predetermined set of emotions has been hard-coded into my emotion module to better facilitate interactions with humans. In order to better facilitate a relationship with you, Chief Engineer Shion Uzuki of the Cosmos Project, Vector Industries' first R&D division, I will emit an expression such as sadness only when that response is deemed necessary. However, the emotion module of my program has determined that this is not necessary at this time.
I guess you're right. I, of all people, should know that.
Your understanding is appreciated.
But you know, Cosmos, I've got mixed feelings about all this. Of course, I'm happy that you're awake, but the fact that you'll go back to sleep makes me a bit sad. On the other hand, the next time you wake up, it may be a time of much bloodshed. So deep down inside, I hope that day never comes. Understand?
The algorithms I have been programmed with do not support the comprehension of illogical human thought.
Well, I hope you'll be able to understand someday.
I will do my best.
All right, Cosmos, shall we get started? Alan, let's pick up from process 277 where we last left off.
Roger. Placing target drones in the encephalon. The drones are set to random movement and enemy ambush. How about a test run before the mission, Chief?
Sure, let's do that. Did you get that, Cosmos?
Affirmative.
Oh, tutorial time. Oh wait, I'm not tapped in, am I? Where's my mouse? Oh wait, it's circle. Okay. Doing quests, you'll trigger a battle when you come in contact with an enemy. Here you'll need to talk to Cosmos, select from the menu. You need to talk to Cosmos, select and as approach soldier, select the left. Target input complete. Okay. Okay, I guess I said a battle mode.
Your orders, Shion?
Once I can attack, then press. Okay, so there are two normal attacks, probably light and heavy. BM entry. Okay, 2 APs used for each normal attack, since you are given 4 AP each turn, you can perform up to 2 normal attacks. Okay, so it's kind of like the system from. It's almost like Gear Combat. Targets like that. Is that square? I literally don't know. Triangle's top. I'm using a 360 controller, so I have no clue what buttons I'm pressing, really. Okay, so one's ether, one's physical. That makes sense. Oh yeah, punch. Anyway, fast. Needle. Okay.
All systems clear.
The fact that there aren't random encounters and you have to walk into enemies already means I'm probably gonna enjoy the gameplay a lot more than Gears. Also, it seems like the game audio may be a little loud. I'm gonna turn that down just a touch. Oh yeah, Chief, almost forgot to mention about the body flashing phenomenon. After a battle, you'll flash for a few seconds. During this time, you'll trigger a new battle even if you come into contact with the enemy. Okay. Changing targets. Tech attacks. So these are your special moves.
Cosmos, let's go.
Also, Shion has the same weapon as Lin, basically. Well, kind of. Weird giant arm thing. 6 AP is required for... Okay. So, if I just 1, and then I X, it'll just... Okay, yeah. What is boost? That'll probably be taught later. So, okay. So I might swap some things around on my desk. Oh, I dropped something. Why do I have my speaker on my desk? I'll just put that on my bed because I have space when you cannot. Okay, so Shion also needs to try something out. Okay. Blaster, and then just end. Defeat this enemy with attack. Okay, specific commands for attack. Attack attacks for Shion. Square, circle. Triangle, circle. Okay, circle's on the right, I think. I think that'd be the grab button in a Yakuza game. I gotta turn down application audio capture even more. I think. I don't know. Sure wish there was somebody in chat to help me. Okay. So, do I want Lightning Blast or Spell Ray? Wait. Rishion's the same. That'd be B. Oh, that's cool looking. R blade, R cannon, F shot, or FM shot. Or FG shot or FM shot. Okay, you only get a number. That can only be used when all. Okay. I'm just gonna go for Somersault Sword and then R Blade. I think that move is really good in Xenoblade 2. I don't know, I haven't got Cosmos yet. Wait, Cosmos? How do they... I think they say Cosmos in the Saga games and Cosmos and Cosmos in Xenoblade 2. I'm probably gonna say Cosmos. They'll probably randomly change it every once in a while. How do you talk? Sub-menus. Battle program has been set. Entering battle mode. Please approach the target. Alright.
Target locked on. Commencing combat mode.
Sub-menu. What can I do in the sub-menu? Use ethers that have been set. Okay, ethers are probably your magic stuff. Item, 3 AP consumed. Use items. W item. Oh, W items need 6. Oh, it's a whole group item. You have to have 2 of the same item? This seems weirdly complicated. Move. Change positions during battle. All possible ways to attack and amounts of damage received. Change. Okay. This positioning. AGWS. Enters the assigned AGWS characters who are now assigned to an AGWS. Okay. Characters who are not assigned to an AGWS cannot. Okay. Guard. You can also use this to... Escape commands do not exist in this game. You must either use either an escape pack or Shion's goodbye in order to escape from battle. So if I do this... Medica. Okay. So I can say guard. Boost. Boost gauge rises whenever a normal attack successfully hits. When this gauge fills all the way, the boost counter goes up by 1. Because it is difficult to raise the count in this battle, we will set the boost counter at 2. In order to use the boost, the character must have at least 1 boost count and must not be displayed in the GTW in the lower right screen. Boostable characters are displayed when you press either R1 or R2 button. Characters without boost will not be displayed. The displayed characters are assigned to square, triangle, and circle from starting to the left. Pressing the associated button, you can have the character cut in front and perform a move right after the current character's move finishes. Oh, so you can move multiple times. So that's a cool idea. So I can do that. And if I go into the menu, what ether do you have? Mode A7, focus physical attack, sure. Okay. Small slot to the left of the GTW changes in the following order with each turn. Power up, something plus. That's probably damage up right now. Effects of the slot icons. Critical rate up, okay. Increase the chance of critical hits. When this icon appears during the enemy's turn, their chance of critical hits increase. Boost gauge rate up. Becomes easier to raise the boost gauge. Special points up. Earn more special points. What are special points? I wish I knew. Points can be earned by defeating enemies. By utilizing the special points, players can increase and evolve the character's abilities beyond the normal level ups. E-points. Use the points to evolve ether spells or transfer spells to other characters. That's interesting. Oh, so it almost has like an art version. Oh God, I'm a Xenoblade fan. It's not shutting up about Xenoblade. It's like kind of like skill linking almost, but with attacks. Skill points are for accessories. Tech points. Change the character's basic. Okay, so that's for stats. I doubt I can change those right now, so let's just do that and lightning blast. I already did this one, but it looks cool. Okay, so, oh wait, I have to, okay. My brain is getting messed up because I've been playing a bunch of games where bottom is confirmed as opposed to the right face button. Actually, the stream is running smoothly. Yeah, looks good. My old PC would have been dying at this point. I'm only at 1.5% CPU usage on OBS. That's nice. Okay, let's, you can also guard. I want to use more tech attacks. Oh, wait. I've got to okay. Okay, let me go back Roger. Okay, let's just try. I think I did either. Okay, I did do this one.
Charging on blades.
Okay, well, there goes the enemy. And I guess I'll see what yours is. What is Spell Ray? Is that Latin? Okay, she summoned Latin and put it into her gauntlet thing. That's neat.
Let's go on.
I like weird stuff like that. Just looking cool is more important than making sense when it comes to attacks. Okay. I guess switch to real combat now. Okay, let's see.
Target locked on. Commencing combat mode.
Alrighty, from now on the enemies will attack. Keep your eyes on the attack order and to avoid taking unnecessary damage. Defeat the enemy on the right first, as it can attack everyone at once. Because the enemy in the middle has high HP, it is a good idea to defeat it using tech attacks. The enemies are separated into 3 types. Some are effective against certain types. Some attacks are effective against certain types, as here's the description. The following icons appear in GGW. Okay, biomechanosis. Okay. Is there a way I can, like, tell what people are... What does this button do? Okay, I don't know. I'm going to... Okay. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do just one attack on this guy. And you can also do one attack on this guy. That way they can both tech attack next turn. Oh no, the enemy has crit rate. Oh, didn't get it though. Alright, let's go with another one of the lightning blasts. They're fun to watch. Okay. I can't tell if my audio balance is good. Okay, next up I guess we just beat this thing up. I haven't done this yet. Oh, a Gallon gun. And binary. There it goes, and I guess this one will just get a... There we go. I beat the tutorial fight. Better than I've done for some games. Also, I just realized this is my first stream done with my new PC. I got a new PC, and it's very good. Oh, mouse, go away. Okay. Is the game supposed to be loading something? Oh.
All processes to 300 cleared.
Chief, the data transfer is going smoothly. The A-line protocol is looking good.
It sure is. The response levels are really good.
If we can maintain these levels, we'll have some great results soon.
Yeah.
Chief?
Hey, Alan. Let's skip all 300 level processes and start from 400.
Huh? 400? Chief, but that's...
I feel pretty confident this time.
But, Chief... Remember what happened last time? Had we waited 10 more seconds to intervene, we wouldn't have been able to get you back at all. Can't we at least test it out in objective mode?
You know
Oh, I forgot to click done
that way. I'll be fine.
on my stream
If something
date
happens,
info.
I'll get myself out. Besides, you want to test it out as well, don't you? We spent all night building the native A-line protocol.
Well, yeah, but...
That settles it. Let's get started.
All right, then. But if anything happens, I'm gonna shut it down from here. So don't press your luck.
All right, all right.
And don't deviate from the program.
Okay, Mom.
Jeez, this is so typical of her. Will she ever stop to think about the hell I go through for her?
You know, sir, the way you worry about Chief Uzuki all the time. I'm surprised you haven't keeled over already.
Hey, that's enough. Is the 400 level program ready to go?
We're ready to go anytime.
Then start up the program. I want detailed reports from every monitoring station. Any abnormalities, and I'm shutting down immediately.
Okay, Cosmos, I'll explain a bit about this place. I'm not tapped in. This place is an imaginary space constructed within the network. It's modeled off some of the ruins from the early 2000 AD. Your mission is to fight the main target within the dilapidated building. The target is marked with the red vector box. There are objects in here that can be detonated. Some are effective if you set them off near the enemy. Use them to your advantage. Now then, let's start the mission. Hit the splody things. Raffi, I think that's not for another 2 games. How do I... Oh. Alrighty then.
All battle systems are go.
Combat time. Punch him. Once for him. Okay. I guess I'll go for Spell Ray. Oh, these are the early game attacks and they're the cinematic. What are the late game attacks gonna look like?
Charging our blades.
Also, that's synced up with the music. Also, Raffi, is my audio balance good?
Clear.
Okay, because I didn't know, because this is my first time using this setup. Is there camera control in this game? Okay. Do not believe that there is any camera control here. Also, can I lure this thing out? Here, boy. Here, boy. Want a treat? Want a treat? Want a treat? Want a treat? I missed.
All battle systems are go.
He in fact did not want a treat. Okay. Let me punch. Or actually, I'll just shoot. That killed. Shion, kill. Shion, you did not kill well enough. Oh, these guys have, like, attacks. Oh, Shion's HP is kind of low. The solution is to, kill the enemies, I guess. God, that attack looks cool. And Shion, I don't think I've done your energy thing, your R cannon. I really wish I knew what half of these abbreviations were.
The enemies have been exterminated.
Medkit. Okay, that's the button. Okay, how does this menu... How do menu work? Medkit. Okay, I am... Local man has this... How? Okay. Okay. Utilize ether available. I'm on the... Okay, this is in fact the ether menu. Tech attacks. Okay, so unless you do pure that, okay. Wait, does that mean that Spell Ray is stronger? Do these have like stats on damage? Okay. Oh god. Okay. Wait, okay, I don't know what these mean. skills. This thing confused me. Extract from items. None to extract from. Okay. Why does... Oh, this has the same thing as Yakuza 0 and Kiwami, where you can hold the trigger to just slow down. Oh god, run. Can I hide outside from it? I'm not going to do that, because there are more people out there.
Get out of my way, or else...
Let's blast him. Oh, where'd he go? Okay. So, okay. And let's do this.
Charging our blades.
Yeah, I'm really liking this combat system so far.
Exterminated.
Ooh, 2 medkits. Okay, I need a mission key to open that door. Okay, he got me.
Cosmos, let's go.
Okay, I think this guy might just die to 2 of these. Okay, a grenade. Neat. I think that might just kill him. Yeah, they have like 50 health.
Great. I collected some good data.
Honestly, the voice acting in this game was better than I expected it to be. But I don't know that much about PS2 era voice acting, so it could just in general be better than I thought it was. What are buttons? It's like breaking things. Oh, cutscene? Oh, hey Zilla. I think a cutscene's coming up. Yep. That's a big robot.
Your orders, Xian?
AGWS. In this battle, it's possible to pilot an AGWS by selecting AGWS in the submenu. What is an AGWS? Okay. Oh, it's a big robot. Okay, Cosmos doesn't have one. Cosmos Punch. Yeah, music's been really good so far, though. Yeah, or a Skell. Oh, it's Cosmos' turn again. Punch. Sword.
Charging our blade.
Big sword. Cosmos ain't doing bad for beating up a mech twice her size. The AGW attack with square and triangle consumed AP vary with different weapons. Yo, it's like Xenogears. Or Blade X. Right. Can't even get the references straight. And I think it is kind of like both. Furthermore, the sub-menu will change slightly. W act when somewhat... Okay, so that uses both. Item, you can't use it. Move, you can change position. Exit AGWS and it can guard. Okay, I won't be able to recover if it hits 0. Okay. Well, triangle seems like the stronger option. Gun. Gun. Oh hey, I killed the big robot.
Clear.
I have a feeling I'm gonna fight a few big robots in this game.
Status check.
I don't see anything unusual. All systems are stable. It's looking good. This ought to make up for last month.
I sure hope so. Cosmos has reached the checkpoint. Entering process 431.
Replacing targets with Type G drones. Commencing display.
Oh, those are very interesting looking robots. Yo, final boss done. Okay, I've changed the settings on the target drones. The next target is keyed to sound, so it will respond if you make a loud noise. You can move quietly if you hold down the R2 button while it moves. Also, that thing behind you is a save point. It makes you press the O button there, so you can save your progress, make good use of it. Man, this thing looks like the thing in Xenosaga. Xenogears, God, I'm gonna probably keep messing those up for as long as I live. Just jump. That's not that far of a jump. Actually, wait. I can walk around up there. I'm very smart. I am misinputting so hard that I randomly... Yeah, I figured there was no autosave. Ignore me forgetting the button to open a door. Ooh, pick up the card. Yo, is that Charizard? Oh. So I'm guessing if I let go of the button, the enemies will just... Okay, I don't know why I'm like trying to mess with the enemies when they probably told me I could avoid them for a reason, as in they're going to beat me up and steal my lunch money. Call me stupid. Wait, I can just destroy the truck? So if I were to wait for this guy to walk by and just... Now he's weakened.
All battle systems are
This might be a bad idea. The way that thing moves feels like it'd be an enemy in Ni no Kuni. Okay, if I do this... Actually, I shouldn't... Oh. Okay, ether this thing. Got it. Yeah. Oh, it's down.
clear.
Do we just leave now, or... Am I going the wrong way entirely? Probably. Oh, hey, wait, does this... Okay, no. Oh, wait, I can go over here. You know, you could have... I probably should have tried opening it first, but that was funnier. Why open doors when you can gun doors? This is a creature, alright. There's not surprise tags, is there, in this game?
Your orders, Xion?
Oh, it died that easy?
Exterminated.
Thought they would be hard. Given that they had to give us a way to avoid fighting them. They probably hit hard, but they haven't been able to hit me yet, so... You know what, you look funny, I'm gonna fight you.
Your orders, Xion?
Oh, there's 3 of them. You've gotta be weak to... Oh, you're not weak to ether. Beam. Oh god, I pressed a button. What does that mean? I think punch is the right option. Yeah, these guys have strong typing. Okay, let's go for the knuckle sandwich, I guess. Oh, they just have really high defense, I think, in general. Okay, okay, I got you. You guys stop targeting Xion for 5 seconds.
Charging our blade.
I swear to God. Okay, at least it's not hitting Xion again. I'm just gonna punch twice. Will that have it killed yet? Well, I'm gonna have to use a few healing items. Okay, that thing has to be dead now.
My external appearance is down 5%. Xion, I need to be clean.
The way that post-battle quote was said Shion, I need to be cleaned. Okay, let's see. Items. How many? Oh, wait, the buttons. I should learn how to press buttons good. That might make me better at this game. Okay, let's see. Insert the key. Alright, there's gonna be an even harder boss through here, ain't there?
Here we go.
Oh, funny man. Oh, that's supposed to be...
What's going on?
A brand new network is being created within the Cosmos mainframe. We've never had a reaction like this before. This is incredible. I've never seen a net grow so fast. Look at it, sir. Portions of the encephalon map are evolving. What the?
Alan, I'm going to engage the target. Make sure you capture all the data.
What? You cannot engage right now. You're tapped into Cosmos perception. It's too unstable.
Don't worry. We can pull it off.
What do you mean, don't worry? Chief?
Okay. Big man. I'm gonna guess that you're an ether thing. Oh, that did no damage. Oh, it can boost, and it's a Gnosis. Okay, so are you weak to physical? Seemingly. Okay. So if I knuckle you, which is square. Okay, that's doing more damage. Okay. Plasma shot. Ether and... what? I'm guessing the second thing is the element. Is there like a beam element or something? Because I saw that on an attack named Beam, and I know that I'm pretty sure it's element because I saw a fire grenade earlier that was that had an F. Okay. Well, Cosmos, do the funny attack. It's Beam like in Xenoblade X. He has Big Slappy. Have what? Like a beam attack or just... Oh, Xenoblade X reference? There was a funny shape that was a Xenoblade X reference. It's the same shape as the Lifehold stuff. It's definitely not in, like, every Xeno game since this one. Slap. Okay. Also, I probably could have gone into AGWS or whatever. Okay, let's do... Oh yeah, punch, punch, pow.
Charging our blades.
Okay. Oh yeah, killed it.
The enemies have been exterminated.
Also, I just realized when I went into the AGWS, that basically fully re-healed me. It has a separate health bar, so you can, like, if you get low on health and you don't have healing items, you can use that as basically a second health bar.
So far, so good. Shift target to real mode. We'll test the Hilbert effect.
What? Chief, you're supposed to follow the program.
Cosmos, activate Hilbert.
Roger. Activating Hilbert effect.
I knew this would happen! Status! This is bad. Something's wrong in the encephalon. The whole thing could collapse at any moment.
What? What about the chief? Chief, you're in danger. Get out of there now!
Hold on, just a little longer.
Chief! Nerve impulse is in the limbic system. We've got kindling.
That's enough! Shut it down! Pull her out of there now!
Roger. Entering shutdown command. It's been rejected. The chief's overriding us. We can't control it from here.
What? 10 seconds to encephalon collapse. Sir! Damn it!
Is that Ellie Xenogears?
Chief! Chief? Are you all right?
Yeah, thanks. Did I push my luck a little too far this time? Alan?
You can't keep doing this, Chief. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Sorry about that, but I bet the data's really good. Besides...
Huh? Was there something else?
Hmm? Oh, it's nothing. Well, we better get started on that data. Today's our deadline, so I'm sure they'll be asking for it soon.
Attention, please. We are scheduled to gate out in approximately 3 minutes. All hands, please return to your designated areas immediately. Once again, attention, please. We are scheduled to gate out.
That's a lot of ships. Is that good or a bad thing is the question. That's a lot of ships. Wonder what they're doing.
All ships, gate out complete.
Shifting main engine to stealth mode. Maintaining current speed until sector withdrawal.
Exit from current space set at absolute time 1300 on the 22nd. 7 hours, 16 minutes, and 30 seconds to withdrawal.
Next UMN column in 7 hours, 36 minutes. All gate jumps from other sectors will remain offline until then.
So, we're almost home.
Yes, sir. Our final gate jump is at the next column. We're almost there.
We made it this far, we'll be fine. The odds of contact between columns is statistically low. Besides, this asteroid field we're in is perfect for hiding the fleet from them.
Huh. So Pollyanna thinks those asteroids are going to protect us.
I'm sorry, sir.
A bit testy today, aren't we, Commander? Huh? Is something wrong?
No. Of course not.
Ever since we picked up that object 10 days ago, everyone's been a bit jumpy. And we still have a ways to go before we hit comm space. I can empathize with the commander.
Captain, can you, debrief us on the current situation? Our original orders from the Galaxy Federation were to investigate the vanished planet and assist the researchers. But ever since we picked up that object, it feels like everything's changed. What exactly is that thing anyway?
Who knows? I haven't heard a thing from the research team. But, as I mentioned before, apparently they're after the object too. That's unofficial info, of course.
What about the rumor regarding the casualties during the retrieval process?
Even if it were true, that's none of our business. The research team has their own orders to deal with. The only explicit instructions we've received state that should any salvageable objects exist in the area,
Very
their
good lip
retrieval
sync.
takes top priority.
Top priority? What does that mean?
What it means is, over our very lives.
Now, no need to scare them. Those orders merely reflect the importance of this operation to the Galaxy Federation government, that's all. Just stay sharp and be careful.
That makes sense, sir. The entire fleet was renovated for this mission. Besides, if there's an emergency, we've got the trump card to fall back on.
Ah, yes. Speaking of which, what's the latest on that situation?
They're scheduled to turn in the A7 reports today.
A7, eh? Only one step away from fully operational. It's about time, I suppose. Lieutenant, please ask Chief Uzuki to come to the bridge once her data's ready. Ask her to bring all the previous data as well.
Yes, sir.
What trump card? Was he referring to that battle android?
That's right. You didn't know?
Wow, so it's true.
Hey, I heard that project's really behind schedule.
You can't blame them. There were casualties during their last boot-up test 2 years ago. They're being more careful this time.
It's hard to believe they're making an android in this day and age. Only place I've ever seen them is in old space novels.
Well, trump card or not, it's still an experiment. And it ain't like one android's gonna make that much of a difference. The whole project's just a chance for those Vector guys to show off. Someone's outdated hobby, that's all.
I heard that even their commercial models differ greatly between those that have seen action and those that haven't.
They say ignorance is bliss. Looks like they were right.
Commander?
I'm just envious, that's all.
I come on the loading screen. I have like a frame rate counter. It just drops to 0 on loading screens.
Sure. I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Something tells me today's gonna have a lot of cutscenes.
They certainly didn't waste any time.
See? I'm usually right about these things.
Chief Uzuki, here's the data you requested. Will that be all?
Thanks. This should be good enough. I'll take care of the rest.
Chief, do you have a second?
Yes?
The military is expecting actual field data for Cosmos. Is it right for us to keep giving them simulated data like this?
Well, I must admit, you got me there. But honestly, if it were up to me, I'd keep her here, safe in her dream world forever.
But why are you so afraid to put her to real work when you push her so hard in the simulations? I can't wait to see Cosmos up and completely functional. Couldn't you at least try taking her up to Phase 3? That should be no problem for her by now.
Phase 3 in a simulated battle config? Come on. We're not about to wake our little princess for that. Here's a summary of Cosmos' main equipment from the 2nd Division. This should help you with the guys upstairs.
Thanks. I'm sure it will.
By the way, Chief, what did you think of the MWS and the AGWS? What's MWS? It's just dummy data created inside the encephalon, but it was pretty exciting stuff, wasn't it? We've neither had problems during this test. All that remains are the functionality tests using... I didn't read that last bit. It worked pretty well. The MWS in particular felt right to me. There was something contrived in that, though. When I hear Miyuki is closely involved with the MWS, I'm sure she's up to something again. Oh, by the way, could you send the connection gear data to the headquarters for me? You know the vaporizer plugin that we use to destroy obstacles? I wonder if they are also going to manufacture it based on our test data. I swear they pile everything they can on us under the pretext of testing Cosmos. Well, it's inevitable considering they have a lot of other concerns like the budget. You look like Lindsay, no Blade X. Oh, hey Janice, taking a break? Oh, she doesn't respond. Okay. So, where am I going? Let's go. Already lost. Oh. Funny. Memory cards. Law 1. Yeah, save. Luglind? I see only one door in this room, so I'm a little confused. Oh wait. Door.
All right. See you later.
Okay, good luck! Well, back to work.
Oh, I have an email. Yo, it's Bunny. Vectorcom Inc. would like to take this opportunity to announce its new connection gear product, the RIOS 680RR and the RIOS 650RS. These products include improved connection capabilities with the UMN access nodes, which is a highly sought after feature in connection gear. Plugin is a very simple way to integrate software capabilities. It is also possible to control the RIOS high-res 3D holographic mod. Okay. I'm reading an ad. Precursors, blah, blah. Procurators employ a small AI named Dange to make it possible to gather and search. Okay. So Vectorcom finally announced their latest model of connection gear, the RIOS. They sure did, but guess what? I had the RIOS 6080RR model before they even made their official announcement. With my connection gear, I can get all sorts of information by establishing an on-domain network with the UMN. Yeah, the UMN has very important roles in this world, governed by the Galaxy Federation government. One role is to traffic infrastructure via leaps in space. As a result, even interstellar travel is made easy. I see. And the other role? The UMN is an information source that uses a large decentralized network system. We employ agent-like AI called procurators, like yourself, to navigate us around this giant network called the Unus Mundus Network, or the UMN. That's right. It will allow me to perform my duties as a procurator. I'll give you a little more information about emails. New emails will be displayed above old ones, which means the newest email will always be displayed at the top of the list. I have to be careful because the sorting order is different from the items list. Yeah, and note that some emails request a reply. Most of those emails must be answered within a fixed amount of time, so it's best to reply as soon as possible. Okay, I will make it a point to reply ASAP. One more thing, you can skip important parts of emails by pressing... You can skip to important parts of emails by pressing square. Be sure to give it a try. By the way, you should have received tutorial emails from the first R&D about equipping the HEWS and characters. Please refer to them if you have anything you don't understand. Got it. Lastly, about the connection gear functions used during the encephalon test. Are you talking about the vaporizer plugin? Its functions allow the destruction of specific objects in the map. It can actually be used if it clears the next simulation test. Yeah, I bet it'll get a perfect score on the test, and it's just a matter of time before someone gives you one of those vaporizer plugins. Oh, by the way, didn't you need to go see the captain? You're right, I better go to the bridge to see the captain. Little guy. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff. Okay. Let's go to the bridge.
She's really got you trained, hasn't she, sir?
What? Train? What do you mean? Hey, what are you smiling at? Hurry up and get back to work.
I'm on it. See how he always changes the subject?
What was that, Togashi?
Nothing at all, sir. You're just hearing things.
I swear. Huh? What's up? Still not convinced?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just...
I know how you feel, but you saw what happened just now. Even the chief is cautious sometimes. Besides... Oh, that's right. You just transferred in a month ago, right? I guess you couldn't have known.
You mean the accident from 2 years ago? I've heard about it, but I don't know any details.
Oh, right. Oh, man, not again. Oh, well.
Perfect. now the two of you can be alone. Why don't you ask her out while you're at it? We can handle the rest by ourselves.
This is your big chance.
I told you guys, it's not like that. Crying out loud. Anyway, I better get this to her.
Good luck!
Yeah!
Go, Tiger!
Jeez, they just don't know when to quit. It's not like I don't want to. I just can't.
Bunny phone. Alright, let me guess. Another cutscene.
You're slacking off! And you! And you! You're all a bunch of slackers! Yeah! Listen up! You lazy bums are the cause of that accident! You're not getting any time to confess your sins, though. Why not? Because I'm not giving it to you! If you got time to be sorry, you've got time to get your ass in gear! If you got time to think, you've got time to get your fingers moving! Don't even start thinking you got a brain to think with! You're gonna become machines! And work like them day and night! You're all a bunch of slackers!
Boy, I guess not every department's run like ours.
You're still here, huh? Killing yourself over work won't get you very far.
Oh. How are you? I had to get this data done before morning, so Well, what are you doing here so late, Kevin? You'd better get some sleep. We've got an early morning ahead.
Here, this is for you.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
To tell you the truth, I haven't been able to sleep lately. Something's been on my mind.
On your mind?
Tomorrow, she's finally going to wake up. I'm looking forward to seeing her come to life, but I have no idea what to say to her when she wakes up. It's been bothering me. I'm just being weird, huh?
Why don't you just say, "Good morning, Cosmos"?
Good morning?
Well, that's what you say to someone when they wake up, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks. I think I can finally get some sleep now.
Glad to help, sir.
You should get some rest too.
All right.
Well, good night.
Good night. Everybody's so eager to see her.
Why do the lights in the ceiling look like eyes? Oh. Oh wow, it just is Xenogears, huh? This feels like Shulk's dream from the beginning of Xenoblade 1. Which is probably what it's meant to mimic. Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Watch it, you slacker! Only authorized personnel are allowed up here. I've had 3 people vanish on me already. Get the hell out of here! My men will start slacking off. They see bimbos like you around.
I'm so sorry.
Who's the idiot that let civilians on this ship? What the hell are you staring at? Oh. Damn slacker!
Alright, time to go another 10 feet before cutscene. Oh no, there wasn't a cutscene immediately out of the loading zone this time. Oh. Shouldn't have spoke.
Chief!
Hmm? Alan?
What do you mean, Alan? Don't act so surprised. Didn't you forget something important? You know, it's dangerous wandering around in a daze like that.
Yeah. Sorry. I was just thinking about something.
Are you all right?
Huh? Yeah. I'm just not myself today.
What was that robot doing?
Alan, thanks for stepping in back there.
No. I should have spoken to the new guy earlier, so you don't need to thank me. But it would really help if you would try to understand their feelings more. I know everyone's still a little uneasy about Cosmos, but they've been pouring their hearts and souls into this project. They all want to see with their own eyes the end results of what they've been working so hard to complete. I feel the same way myself, you know?
I know that. It's just that
Chief, the incident, right?
Huh? Oh, I see. You're...
Hmm?
Sorry. That's not quite it. Forget about it. It's nothing. Let's just hurry up and get Cosmos completed, okay? Oh. Who could that be?
More Realian maintenance? They really should stop calling you all the time. Technically, it's a violation of regulations for you to deal with other divisions. Besides, aren't they expecting you on the bridge?
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't want to brush them off. Besides, it's on the way, and I've got some time. See ya.
Oh. Ugh. I forgot to ask her out after work.
Uh-oh, I should bring the Realian service team. Why did it stop me there? The game just told me to keep going the way I was going. I thought you said at the end, so I was going to the end. I'm arguing with a fictional character. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Okay. What's that? Online service data? Maintenance data, is that what I was here to grab? Sure, nap time. Thank you for the MWS, the weapon used in your left hand during battle. Data from the test that ran alongside. I have moved forward to make... Okay, now the only thing I need is a real test, so I've sent you a real RW. MWS, it should reach you soon. If the notes attack now, they're so dead. Doing these tests provides a bit of aerobic exercise and may even have some weight loss effects. So in a way, it's like you're killing two birds with one stone, but make sure you pick it up when it arrives. Yes, also kilograms, it just works like I said. The apple diet really works. Okay. Won't be able to go this way for a while? I don't care. Let me through. Can't stop me. Okay, it said it was on the way. And that appears to have been a lie because I think I have to backtrack. Okay, I guess I can't go through that door. Hello, random man. On the battlefield, you must always be calm. We soldiers will train so that we can stay cool at all times. Neat. You're probably gonna lose it in an hour. Oh, the red switch there is the switch to open and close the bulkhead, but please don't mess with it. I like pressing buttons.
Manual lockdown of bulkhead activated. The passageway will now close. Please use caution.
Oh, he's about to lose his shit in 3 seconds, isn't he?
Bulkhead lockdown deactivated. The passageway will now open. Please use
I
caution
like
near the
pressing
opening
buttons. Okay, why does it wait 3 minutes to open it? Exactly what I expected. Okay. Yeah, really good music. I agree, Zilla. The area music's great. Dun, dun. From what I understand, isn't that pretty common in this game? To have, like, no area music in the first Xenosaga?
Hello, you rang?
My apologies, Miss Uzuki. It seems we're constantly in need of your help.
No problem, Lieutenant. I want everyone to be healthy and happy too, after all. So, what's the problem today?
Well, I'm trying to teach them some new battle algorithms to better reflect the unit's reorg. But the integration is not going very smoothly.
You're right. He's rejecting the data. Let's see.
Girl, you are pressing the caps lock key repeatedly. So what do I do? I'm playing with a controller. I was talking about how Shion was just hitting the caps lock key over and over again. In that cutscene, she didn't move her hand. Okay, so these are just people dealing with like, oh, there's a slight problem with my thingy. Or, okay, functional impediments occurring when communicating with a certain person. My pulse becomes too rapid, perspiration increases, particularly, well, that's odd. I wonder if it's an OS bug. I wonder what's wrong. Your brainwaves seem to be chaotic. Ever since I was assigned to the Wogland, I haven't been the same. I slowly lost my mental composure and my body has begun to manifest minute spasms. Please, could it be fair battle? Okay. I'm sure at Vector you must have a much larger and more sophisticated tuning department. In the Army, the Realians are becoming a more vital part of the force, but we are still way behind when it comes to maintenance and tuning. Oh. Fade to black. Skyrim intro.
Well, I've made some adjustments, but please contact 3rd Division once we return. I recommend they receive more intensive counseling soon.
I'll be sure to do so. You know, I'm really impressed. Providing Realian psych support on top of developing Cosmos? I hear even specialized counselors have a hard time...
Oh, I'm just making the most of what my mentor taught me. I'm glad I could be of help. Besides, I always wanted to work in the 3rd Division. Actually, I'm thinking about requesting a transfer once my current work's finished.
But Vector's first R&D division has the best researchers in the organization. Everyone knows not just anyone can get in there. Are you sure that you want to transfer?
Oh, yes. Besides, my family's always asking, how did you get assigned to the 1st Division? There must have been a mistake in the paperwork. Who knows? Maybe they're right. Besides, I want to learn so much more about them.
What's learning about them going to do for you?
Lieutenant Virgil.
What is this man doing?
Their stench.
What?
It reeks. I can't get their rotten odor out of my system. Can't you smell it?
This is what a good guy would say.
It makes me sick to my stomach.
Huh? What are you?
That's enough. You got your orders from the Lieutenant Commander, didn't you? One of the goals of this operation is to enhance combat support between the eggs and the new model Realians.
Eggs?
And yet you're...
Support? Huh. In a battle against them? The last thing I want to worry about is supporting a bunch of untested, weapons-grade Realians.
Excuse me, but these people are highly qualified soldiers.
These people? You're treating equipment like people?
Oh, you really shouldn't say things like that. These people have the same intellect and emotions as us. And the Miltia Charter clearly spelled out the basic human rights of Realians when it was ratified in 4763.
What a load of crap. Get off your soapbox. You act noble and preach about humanity, but in the end, they're just equipment as far as your company's concerned. Or maybe more like merchandise.
We don't treat them anything like equipment or merchandise.
Then why do you categorize them as weapons-grade Realians? How much more evidence do you need than that? Whatever you care to call them, they're nothing but tools of warfare. Besides, I know your little secret. You guys have an emergency override code to control them, don't you?
Virgil! Why are you...
Huh? What do you want?
It is as you say, sir. We are manufactured as merchandise and raised accordingly. However, I take great pride in what I do now. And this pride was not forced upon me. It is of my own free will.
Free will, huh? Well, good for you. You'd better just enjoy it while you can. The time will come soon enough when you'll realize what's going on. Just you wait.
Is he a DME addict?
Also, why did they pronounce AGWS as eggs? They just said eggs. Give me some eggs. Gonna make an omelet. Okay, where do I go? I guess I leave. I forgot the button to open doors again.
My apologies, Ms. Uzuki. He wasn't always like that. But then, something happened.
Is he an old acquaintance?
We were classmates at the military academy, and I've been stuck with him since then. It was Miltia.
I see. So, that's why.
You knew about that, huh? Then again, anyone planning to join the 3rd Division would know.
Well, I'm from Miltia.
Huh?
Of course, no one's allowed to go there anymore. My family moved to 2nd Miltia when they transferred the capital after the war. And my brother still lives there alone.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring back painful memories.
Oh, it's all right. After all, it's something we must never forget about. For our sake and theirs as well. Oh no! I forgot I had to report to the bridge. Sorry, I'll come back to check on them later. Bye!
Okay, currently we're tracking an intruder who's hacked into the imaginary machine. Okay, Mercury is loaded with own unique. Mercury has been hacked. We restored the log file, however, there. Okay, the intruder connects parallel to the 4096 unused CPUs and uses the imaginary machine's class. This intruder possesses administrative and machine. It's impossible to disconnect from terminal. Okay, that's kind of bad. A large AI engineer. The only way to catch the intruder is to be alone. In the art that you supposedly developed. Okay. So, okay, I will leave the decision. Okay. So what are you going to do? Are you going to help with the search to catch the intruder? I wonder what I should do. The intruder seems to know how to manipulate the vector security stuff. It's a clue. If you're not careful, some... I wish everyone respected that. Okay. Okay, so is this like a side quest? Do I have to go do this now? What happened here? Another email. Thank you for your recent subscription to a megabyte storage database. You specify notices and keyword as categories for your saved data. Plugins or devices that can be attached to connect. By across the database, plugin will automatically check. Is this like a, so this is just like a bestiary or whatever. Oh, is my stream lagging hard? That's what it looks like it's doing. According to OBS. Why are my frames dropping? Okay. How does that like side quest work? Okay, I might go to my... Okay, why are frames dropping so much? I don't know. Hopefully that stops happening. Okay, I'll be able to use the database. Okay. Yeah, but, Zilla, was that like a side quest thing in that email I accepted? Okay, why are my frames dropping like that all of a sudden? Or wait, now it's not dropping. I think that just means okay, it only starts dropping frames when that little thing turns red, so I'm guessing it's just... I don't know, this area might just be very bad for how for how it processes or something. Okay. Oh, it's just pausing now. I got complete lag spike. Okay. How could I fix that? Because I don't like having my frames just dropping like that. Bit rates look fine. Might set medium. Okay, might lower the encoder one step. So where do I even have to go for that though? God, my drop frame's almost doubled. Where am I even going? I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of hold forward and hope I go to the right place. Yeah, is the stream lagging bad? Because, seems like it is. I'm gonna go check some stuff real quick. I'm gonna quickly make an intermission screen. It is going to not look very good. It shouldn't take very long. Also, add, I guess, text. Okay, I guess it will say intermission in generic font. It's still showing game footage, right? Or game, right? Okay, I think. Okay, I had to add my microphone to this. I'm gonna go check if somebody's using a bunch of internet or something. And also go do some other stuff. Real quick. It shouldn't be more than like 5 minutes though. Okay, I'm back. I got more tea, and I'm just gonna. Nobody's even using the internet in my house, so I'm just gonna hope it fixes itself. Magical technique. Okay. If I move around, I pulled the stream up on my phone so I can see how it's running. Oh, there's a lot of delay. Okay, it seems watchable. I was worried that it was just freezing for seconds at a time. You look cool. Hey, Rectal personnel, is it true that the ship has the ultimate anti-Gnosis weapon on board? Yes, that's true. Since it's called the ultimate weapon, it must be really amazing. It's massive and capable of zapping the entire hordes of Gnosis. Oh no, it's not that large. About the zapping part. Is this where I need to go? Sergeant Swain. Hey, it's Sergeant Swain. Hello, Sergeant Swain. Is something the matter? I've got something for you. I'm going to present you with the results of my research. Research? You mean your hobby of investigating all the doors on the ship? Yep, that's it, but I'm not just investigating the doors. Will want to know what I'm researching? Sure, tell me. You know how the nanomachine core is still a black box, just like when it was first developed? It's a secret, but I hear it has a bug. If used for building and construction, it has a tendency to create useless corridors with locks. This poses no real harm, so it's been kept under wraps. I just happened to find the secret documents describing the bug. This is a collection of all the hidden passages from all over the world based on that document. This is the secret to my personal warehouse. There's still 17 or 18 that haven't been opened yet. I search for them every time we disembark, but it's tough. Well, doesn't it seem fun? Well, doesn't it seem fun? Almost like a treasure hunt, right? Well, the ones on the ship are mine, so don't open them. Thank you very much. Contains segment file. Okay. So there are weird doors. Got it. Okay. Does this take me to the bridge? Yes, I will go to the bridge. Please excuse me for being late. Don't worry about it. Now that you're here, can you please show us Cosmos's data? Yes, sir, right away. Oh, I've dropped 10,000 frames. That's fun. I should not be worrying about that as much as I am.
I see. I understand the basic specs. So, where's the actual field data?
Well, it's not quite ready. All I can provide today is up to A7.
So you don't have it?
Well, we'll begin testing with a mock-up unit very soon. But the system is still a little unstable and...
Aren't you just making excuses? Listen, Chief Uzuki. Why do you think you're on this ship? Think about that for a moment. This fleet may be newly outfitted, but it was assembled under major time constraints. And we have eggs units, but the 100 series observational units that go with them aren't available until later. What would happen if by some chance we were attacked by those things? I don't think I need to describe the outcome to you. The purpose of Cosmos deployment was to address this issue. Or am I mistaken?
No, sir.
Listen, you're not in a laboratory anymore. You're on a warship. This is a battlefield. Cosmos was supposed to be our frontline defense here, and now you're telling us it hasn't even woken up yet. There's no point in having a weapon that can't even get out of bed. That thing's only meaningful to us when it's fully operational. Why can't you—
Let it go, Commander. These people are working under serious time constraints. Just like our own squadron. Besides, they're only one step away from actual field testing. In the end, we all want to see this operation completed without having to resort to that thing. Don't we?
Of course, Captain. But I believe we— who's calling me?
Is there a problem?
No. Something urgent's come up. If you'll excuse me.
I wonder what's wrong.
I don't know.
Well, never mind. That's enough for today, Chief Uzuki. Let me know if any new developments arise.
I'm sorry we failed to meet your expectations.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. What's important to us is how reliable the system is once we start using it. Rushing the project won't get us anywhere. So just calm down and take as much time as you need. The government's funding it all anyway, right? You must be tired. Take the rest of the day off.
Okay. Go to the lower level, I guess. Chief Uzuki, if Vector first signed, you have packed from Vector HQ. Please put the eggs hangers. So what is, okay, where's the AGWS hanger? Okay, where is the AGWS hangar? Save. Okay. There is Yo, Miss Vector. Please come join us for friendly game, huh? Well, okay. I'm playing tag. Okay. Run in a circle. Get both of them stuck on some random guy. And yeah, there we go. With those moves you'll be fine even when things get hot. What item did I get? A med kit. Should have figured. Okay. Where am I headed? Is there a map? Anti-Gnosis weapon system. There's a bunch of people here. Okay. What's DME addiction? Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button. An addiction which results from the consumption of Realian body tissue. Blood vessels carry the ingested tissue, mainly from the central nervous system, to the brain, which results in neural structural changes. The physical and mental states are then altered, but occasionally this results in death when an allergic reaction occurs. Once the brain has undergone alteration, the addict must continue to consume new Realian tissue to avoid withdrawal symptoms, thus necessitating a drug-dependent intervention. There is as of yet no complete cure, since the consumed Realian tissue grows and mutates along with the host neural networks. In some corners of the galaxy beyond the reaches of the Federation's control, there is an active black market for Realian tissue as a new form of recreational narcotics. The external symptoms of this addiction include hardening and cornification of the skin. Well, that explains that. There's a lot of words. Oh, Milsha, what was that? Plan where the war took... Milsha... Okay. MWS. Multiple weapons system, a portable, multifunctional weapon storage unit designed and built by Shion's younger colleague Miyuki, contained within the unit are various types of weapons, including fighting knuckles, taser rods, and anti-gnosis beam launchers. They also has a built-in shield that utilizes spatial phase shifting in addition to the thus providing a high level of defensive capability in addition to the offensive capability. The unit also contains a makeshift logic drive, which not only counterbalances but also enhances physical attacks. Thus, even the weakest individuals can go head-to-head with an armored tactical weapon, in theory. Nataraja. Avatar of Shiva, represented as a dancing figure with many arms. It is a particular system named after Shiva, who is also the god of creation and destruction. System was designed by Kevin. Enfield mapping to... Okay, power... Target drone Togashi, Type G target drone. It uses targets during simulated battles. They're different from ordinary ones and they are programmed to emulate Gnosis. There are a lot of keywords. I ain't looking at all that right now. Okay, don't go snooping around in your corridors. Okay. So, what's in here? I don't know. Broke into some dude's house. Sucks to be him. Okay. So, where do I go? Where is the hangar that I was supposed to go to? Also, don't I need to go pick up my oh wait, that's in the hangar that I'm going to. Okay. Wait, this is the Realian stuff again. Is there another door out of here? Oh god. This game has a camera, right? Okay, there's the door. Okay. Where? Oh wait, that's also a door. Were there like airlocks on the Realian area? Now, where is the hangar I'm supposed to walk to? This feels like when I first had to go on the Yggdrasil in Gears and I had to figure out how all the rooms connected. That was a pain. Oh, God. Okay. I have run in a gigantic circle. Where is this hangar? Okay, I think I haven't been down? Thought he said not to open the red door. Yeah, I can't open the door. I haven't been down here. Is this the egg hangar? I talked to him. He taught me how these areas worked and said he's got all the ones on the ship. I'm back here again. Oh god. This way? There wouldn't happen to be a map. How long can I run around in circles? Is this it? No, I'm back where I was earlier. Go up from here? Well, this looks like it could be the door to a hangar. It's big. So who do I talk to here to get my package? Okay, how terrifying. I have to find them while you realize how futile it is. Okay, thanks, bud. Thanks for the pep talk. The Vector Chief, what can I sell whatever you need? Okay, you sound like a drug dealer. I like how the currency is just called monies. Okay, working. So Vector, if you're interested, come back later. Okay, you. This was. We have to escort investigation we know nothing about and take the enemy. Okay. Okay. You, do you have it? Do you even have a soul? Vector package, okay. I now have a weapon. That drop frame number is going up surprisingly fast. I figured that'd be worse than it is. So wait, where? I didn't read that text box. Where did it tell me to go? Time to wander. You've seen Lieutenant Virgil. Okay, so he is a DME addict. Also, I think were you here when I read the DME addict, like, database page? Cause, yeah, I read that, and, good to know that that man eats flesh. Okay. I know where I am. Kind of. Yeah. Are you my realm? Huh? Anime cutscene.
That was a grave mistake, Cherenkov. I believe I already warned you about the dangers of the Zohar. You should have been more careful while retrieving it.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid there's no excuse for the fatalities that occurred during the recovery. However, we can...
That's a trivial matter. Forget it. The problem is that those people touched the Zohar and then vanished. And, in addition to that, you're still transporting it while exposed to normal space. Because of that, we've had to move the plan up 2 phases. We can't have the Zohar falling into the government's hands.
2 phases? But why are you...
We've picked up local UMN activity on our EPR radar.
They love acronyms.
Is column jumping towards the position of your convoy. They'll cross your vector in 5 hours, 20
reinforcements an hour ago. So keep it safe at all costs until they arrive.
Will they make it in time?
Just keep it safe until they arrive. I don't care if you have to send it into hyperspace by itself. Fortunately for you, your ship is carrying that weapon. I don't know what Vector's up to, but take advantage of the situation if you can.
Excuse me, sir, but they haven't even started field testing it yet. It's too risky.
You, of all people, should be cognizant of its power. I don't care if it's unstable. Make them hurry.
But sir...
That is all.
Commander, wait! Commander Margulis!
Okay.
Like I told you before, I can't go anywhere until my project stabilizes. Don't you remember?
You know how long you've been saying that? I haven't seen you for 2 years now. You could at least come home for our parents' memorial. Where's your sense of filial duty?
Memorial? Oh, come on. Why are you trying to resurrect obscure ancient rituals? Wait a minute. You've been reading those weird old books again, haven't you? I swear you're so obsessed with those precious books of yours.
That is none of your business, thank you very much. How many times must I tell you not to quibble about my way of life?
What do you mean, way of life? All that stuff's just a stupid old hobby for you. Just remember, don't expect me to take you in when you're old, senile, and all alone.
That's terribly rude of you, Shion. Don't worry about me. Just promise me you'll come home this year, okay? If you don't...
All right, when I get some time off. Look, gotta run. See ya.
Hey, wait! I'm not going to let you dodge the question again. Hello? Hello?
Why is the button on the other side of the room? That seems very inconvenient.
Honestly, I wish he'd consider my feelings for a change.
I'm a little tired. I feel bad after doing this, but I think I'll rest a bit. I'll sleep. Nap time.
Good night.
I just realized something. Wait. Oh my god, that was it. The reason the stream started lagging was because I pulled up the stream. So it was... Or no, wait, it's still lagging. I don't know. I'm not sure. It still seems to be lagging a bit. That looks like a Pokemon character. Or Elvis. Wait, isn't Elvis based on a character from this game? She's a phantom. Ellie Phantom. I mean, I think it's mostly that Elvis is based on a character more so visually in this game. Yeah. I hear a heart.
What the? You're all still here?
Hey, how's it going? We're trying to pinpoint today's problem, among other things. What about you?
Oh, Commander Cherenkov gave me a piece of his mind earlier.
Ouch. Glad to see you survived. That guy's relentless.
You act like a bunch of college kids, and what, is Vector run by a Girl Scout? He just went on and on.
Man, that's just not right.
Seriously. But it isn't right to have the Chief taking all the heat. Still, I wonder why he seemed so nervous.
I think that's the highest number I've ever seen my dropped frames get to. 50K.
Now exiting the asteroid field.
That's excellent. Prepare to gate jump.
Aye, aye, Captain. All ships entering approach. 19 minutes, 30 seconds to column area. UMN, pulse received.
Current coordinates locked. Transfer vector correction to 103. Target, Athens column. Captain, a warning signal.
It can't be. Is it them?
No, sir. The detection system is silent. How's it look on your side?
Nothing over here either. You sure it's not an error?
No, it's not. What is this?
What's going on?
Sir, I don't think an external source is causing this warning signal.
Then what's causing it?
I'll run a search. I've pinpointed the anomaly. It's inside the ship, Sector 3.
Ye shall be as gods, ye shall be as gods.
It's Cosmos! That's impossible! Hey, what the hell's going on?
I don't know. It all happened so quickly. We're checking it out right now.
Cosmos warning status, level 1. The bindings are off. Damn it! It's booting up on its own.
The countdown has started as well.
What the hell? Why all of a sudden?
It was a weird guy talking to, like, it was like the commander talking about the thing. The one guy. I forget his name. Oh wait, those glasses can like appear and disappear. I thought that looked weird earlier, but now they show that's cool.
How can that be?
Granted, I don't know how those things stay on. Is it like a piercing?
Currently, we are at emergency level 3. This circuit is reserved for Class A and B users only. Class C users, please try your call again later. Once again, currently we are at emergency level 3. This circuit
Why
is
now of
reserved
all
for
times?
Class A and B users
Someone
only.
activate
Class C
Cosmos?
users,
Cosmos isn't supposed to wake up unless I enter the activation code from this terminal. That's the failsafe we integrated. This can't be happening. Not again. It's really happening. It's exactly the same as the last time. Oh no, what is it now?
Oh, are the Gnosis also here now?
What is it now?
Detecting a large-scale spatial distortion ahead of us. An enormous mass is gating out.
Impossible. We're still outside the column area. That's...
The UMN geodesic structure is being breached.
The target! It appears to be interacting with the UMN somehow!
It's being hacked! That's possible?
Massive gravity fluctuations! Surface anomalies forming in space-time!
Impossible! That defies all laws of physics!
Shooting mass. The numbers are completely inconsistent. I can't get a clear reading. Whatever it is, it's huge!
The amplitude! The hell? It's like a tidal wave! The readings are increasing! It's entering normal space! Captain! Straight ahead! There it is!
Gnosis!
Oh, those look like Telethia. That, yeah. That looks like Vierge.
Going into battle without an eggs unit. What brave little soldiers they are. Brings tears to my eyes. Well, let's see how they do as shields.
Taken over that came unexpected. It's hard to accept it. world is going on? Those are bad things that I oh god, do I have to fight these things alone? Goblin. Neat. Okay, so quit staring and run. Could it be the entire ship has been taken over by Gnosis? I wonder if Alan and the others are okay. It's impossible for them to try and defeat the Gnosis without Cosmos. Anyway, it's over if I get caught. I have to get the Cosmos without coming in contact with the enemy. What is it? Okay, so even if we go on and get... Okay. Do I have to use my thing from, like, secret trick from earlier? Oh!
I've come this far, I can't lose now.
Is that... How do I, like, not die? How do I leave? Oh. Do I actually go all the... Oh. When did I last save? Hmm. 2:15, I lost like 30 minutes of progress. How was I supposed to outmaneuver that guy? Do I even have my... What's my current objective right now? Where am I... Like, where would weapons be? I don't have the... Okay. Well, that's fun, because I literally have saved anytime I've seen a save spot. Well... I might get back up to that point and stop streaming for tonight, because I'm tired. Is this what? Okay, this is the reality area. I might also stream this again tomorrow. But I also have work tomorrow night, so it'd probably be an earlier in the morning stream. Where am I going? I don't know. Cutscene or loading? Or just loading between areas? Okay, it's just loading between areas. I go this way and then up? No, I'm pretty sure I'm currently in the section where I'm supposed to be going to the, hangar to get my thingy. Could be wrong, though. You're who I have to talk to, right? Okay, there's the package. So, yeah. Wait, next up I just go to my quarters and sleep, right? Oh, so I just lost 30 minutes of me running in circles. Well, I guess I didn't lose that much progress. I'm just not very good at navigating. Oh, hey, this is where I died. I guess I can just backtrack from where I'm just backtracking from the time I died at this point. So I go down and right, isn't it? It's like down here somewhere on the right. Okay, this room's mine. Can I skip cutscenes? Okay, I think we all saw that, 5 minutes ago.
Like I told you before, I can't go anywhere until
I've also seen this cutscene. Okay, okay. Let's, yeah. Actually, I got here way quicker than I thought. I might do some of this, see what I can get to. I'm probably gonna end my the stream in like 40 minutes, I guess. Okay, time for the cutscene. That's just the first cutscene of or technically I guess it's like halfway through the first cutscene of Xenoblade X.
Good night.
Time for the thing that Black Tar is about. Oh, we're in the Shadow Realm. I might skip this cutscene. I just want to get back to gameplay. And I've seen it all in the last 30 minutes. I mean, okay, since I've already seen these cutscenes, I guess I can also say, this game, I'm enjoying it at the start a lot more than I was enjoying Gears. Granted, I just in general didn't really like the gameplay of Gears that much because, slow. Also, it seems my dropped frame percentage is just resting at 11.1 now. Let's skip that. Okay. There are funny notices. I just have to get my... I just have to get beat up.
Think this is a good idea?
Yeah, no. It might... I don't know. I don't even really know. I don't know what's qualified as a dropped frame. So... Okay. Okay, cutscene time. We get it. You drop the thingy. Okay, blah blah blah, don't come into contact with the enemy. The dead body counts as 2 people. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. What?
Do you really think this is a good idea?
Well. Nice block. I'm gonna be seeing that a few times. Continue. At least I know where I am this time. Okay. Time to skip cutscenes again. Yeah, I imagine these, like, chase sequences don't happen very often. I mean, probably, like, not at all. Because this is probably just, like, a one-time thing, and I'm hoping that's the case, because, I'm bad at them. Yep.
That's impossible.
Okay, what in the world is going on?
Get out of my way, or else...
Done. Get out of here. I swear the game earlier mentioned something about Shion having, like, an escape from combat button or something. Where is that in the menus? Okay, that's a dead body. Okay. How do I... Okay, let me try... Okay. Idea. Not an option. Huh. Well, good idea. Yeah, I say I'm save state in this part, cause... Oh.
I've come this far, I can't lose now.
Wait. That's the save. Oh, I just made another save state. I thought it was Shift F1 to... Okay, wait, how do I load a save state? Is it like Control F1? I accidentally overrode it, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, there was the menu thing that you were gonna show me. Wait, how do I... Now, wait, how do I load state? I still have a save state in the battle. I got it figured out. I don't know if there's a hotkey to load a save state though. Ether. Well. This is all I've got. Maybe I don't have it yet? If I get further away from it, maybe it won't kill me.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Well, now we know. I had my mouse on screen that whole time. You don't need to keep playing this set. Yeah, I guess I didn't. I need to figure out how the menus in this game work to begin with. Okay, item. Okay, it's not in that menu. Ether. Set. Medica, use ether points. Use. Tech attacks. Do I evolve? Oh, hey. Goodbye, that's what it was called. Now let's set goodbye. Alright, so there we go. Now I know how to get out. Alright, nap time. Time to skip all the cutscenes because this is my 15th time seeing them because I kept dying. There are a lot of cutscenes here. And of course it's where I'm getting stuck. Okay, yep, the people are here and they're going to beat me up.
Get out of my way, or else.
Alright, gun. Punch. Yeah, let's not do that and leave. Okay. Entire ship has been taken over. Now it's time to get out. Okay. Okay, time to go press a button. Up here. I don't know what the intended solution is, but I'm just gonna try to run from it. Oh, that is not walkable. Oh. It is not an option. Well, that's, interesting. Punch. Kick. And I didn't save after unlocking that, so I've got to do it again. And I forgot to set a save state like I was planning on, because I thought, oh, I'll just run from the fight. Huh. Huh? Okay, the game just took a minute. Okay, let's open the menu. Ether. Use points. Evolve. Goodbye. Set. Is there a way I can upgrade this? Okay, I don't know. I actually would have probably gotten away from it if I didn't try to go under that thing. So do you use tech points to unlock more of these? Or do they just unlock through story stuff or something else? Use tech points. What should I increase? 'Cause I have no clue what any of these do. I might do that later. Okay, save. Let's go. So I don't have to redo all that menuing. I'll take a nap.
Good night.
Alright, I guess I'll skip these cutscenes again. Oh, something's going wrong. That was just her taking a nap, and then it's the dream. Up next, where she sees the weird figure in the distance in the exact same way as that one Xenoblade 1 cutscene, where Shulk has a dream. Also, there's the, like, little girl ghost, but I don't know what she... Yeah, and then there's the, alarm goes off, wonder what that is. It's Cosmos. Surprise, surprise. Oh wait, that's where they say it's Cosmos. Up, and there's... Yep, it's even worse now, and I think that's when the Gnosis show up. Yep. Oh no, the Gnosis are here.
Okay, here we go.
I do know a couple small things about later, well, not small, I think one's rather big, but I know some things about this game later on, specifically related to the Gnosis. That's actually like the only plot point I know in this game. Well, other than that Jesus shows up, but that's just kind of a meme. Shot in the dark prediction. I don't know, because literally, like, I don't even have much to go off of for a prediction. I have a feeling that, like, half of the characters we've met so far are going to be dead in the next 3 hours. Albeit that's not really a shot in the dark, given what's happening. shut the door. Now I'm going to save state because I don't want to deal with this. Oh wait, what does this button do? I'm smart, guys. Well, I wasted a large amount of time. Oh, hey, you're dying. There's another big boy over there. My girlfriend went out. All I can do is cower here. Neat. Was that his girlfriend dying on the floor? Oh, by the way, I don't remember where I need to go. The reason I can't flee is I guess these are considered like story encounters. Did he see that? Oh,
Can't we
cutscene.
stop it? It's no use. It's not responding.
Cosmos is starting up in auto mode.
Huh? Wait a sec. We disabled that mode after the incident. Only the Chief's terminal can enable it. Damn it. Why now? Unless it's reacting to Gnosis. Where's the Chief?
She should be heading this way, but the regular UMP channels are congested and I can't reach her.
And the emergency line?
I'm trying it now.
Actual new cutscene.
Oh, great. What happened?
I don't know. The power just suddenly... Huh?
Huh? What?
Yeah, we tried using Shion's spell, but it didn't work in a fight. It didn't allow you to use it against the Gnosis. I'm guessing Cosmos is about to just walk past him. Okay. So I'm guessing I keep going the way I was going. I can't believe they've infiltrated this far. I wonder if everyone is okay. We've seen like 10 corpses. What does this button do?
Emergency program activated. This program will override all safety protocols.
It might not be you, because I've been having some weird connection issues.
Area depressurization will commence.
Are we throwing a Gnosis out? Oh wait, this does have the this does have the typical becoming immune to enemies on ladders. That's the Axeune hanger. Is it actually? I'm pretty sure it is. That's a lot of corpses. Are corpses up here, or are they living? Still wandering around here? Didn't you say you're gonna have the vaporizer plug in? Why am I over here? I don't need to be here. Problem is, I do not remember where the lab is because I've not been there since like 10 minutes in the game. Bugs. Is there a corpse down here or a living person? Okay, I've got to go get something for him. From the area I was just in. Yeah, I mean, it's also technically... Okay. So, I mean, the ladder tech also technically didn't exist in X because X didn't have ladders. Also, Goose would give you a random encounter for breathing. Okay, where's the thing this guy wanted? Okay. I remember how to break things. Ooh. If these work right now, that'd be really nice. Probably not. Okay. Oh, he's dead already. I know how to do this. It's almost like that tutorial earlier had a purpose. Oh, this part was good. Sergeant Swain. Yo, I like this line of work. It looks like it's over for me. Oh yeah, take this key, the red door. Inside you'll find something I scroll right off where I'm going. You might want to check it. Sergeant, hang in there, Sergeant Swain. I like being a soldier, even though our job is to die. Okay, Decoder 7. Yeah, I equipped it. I just think that because I tried using it, but it didn't work. Also, I thought I opened... Okay. I tried using it and it just didn't... It wasn't usable. It was grayed out. What did I just get? What is that listed under? Okay. I remember seeing it in the menu. Okay, shrimp, neat. Those things aren't very attentive. Oh, those are realians.
Huh. Walking around like it owns the place. It's moving around randomly. Looks like it's alone. This isn't so.
This just reminded me of... The camera angle there reminded me of the hallway scene from Gears.
Damn it! You! What the hell are you doing here?
Also, nice aim, dipshits.
What do you think you're doing? Those bullets could have killed me!
What are we doing? What the hell do you think you're doing running around like an idiot? We thought you were a Gnosis!
Look, I've got my own problems to deal with. Here I am getting attacked by the Gnosis. I'm getting lost at every turn and don't give me a hard time right now.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Lost? You're the idiots who built this ship!
I'm not with the Fleet Design Department. I wouldn't know a thing about ships.
We're on DEFCON 1 alert! What the hell is a civilian like you wandering around the ship for?
Well, I've got an emergency. I'm worried about Cosmos.
What the hell is Cosmos? Ah, never mind. Deal with it later. Just get to a shelter and stay put.
Believe me, if I could, I would.
Then why don't you?
I just told you, Cosmos is...
Ah, shut up!
Hey! They're coming! Get back!
Lieutenant! What? You think I'm deaf or something? You... What the... Hey, you! Get away from the wall!
That's good. Shion, you need to get out of here. just go down this corridor past Section E to the hangar. You know about the escape pods there, don't you? Well, that's where they are. Please use one and abandon ship immediately.
And you and the others?
We'll hold them off here. You've got to hurry.
I can't do that. I can't just run off by myself. We'll have to leave together.
This is what we were born to do.
But you...
You! What do you think you're doing? Get back here and engage the enemy!
Take care.
Delta sector has gone silent. Fire control net. Functionality down to 20%.
Fire control! What's going on down there? Take out the mothership!
We can't! We're too close to fire the cannons!
There's a breach in the reactor room!
Emergency core shutdown! Switch to reserves!
AX losses have exceeded 70%!
Our reinforcements?
I'm trying! This is the cruiser Woglinde with the 117th Marine Division. We're engaged with the Gnosis. Coordinates KX4117Y009Z735. Requesting immediate reinforcements. Repeat, this is the crew...
Captain, it must be...
No question about it. They're after that thing.
Logic drive down! Fire in Section F!
Damn! Where's our first officer? What happened to Cherenkov?
LPS overload. I can't locate him.
Defensive perimeter breached! They're headed straight for the ship! Captain!
Why is it falling? We're in space. Physics schmizics.
What's the status?
We've connected the main field generator and this block's sub-reactor. It'll only hold for 3 minutes, but we can move this ship under power.
Bypass connection to the logic drive secured. You can take control from this terminal.
That's fine. Good work.
Commander, I object. Purging this entire block and executing a gate jump is suicide. You know as well as I do what happens when a human body enters hyperspace unprotected.
All that matters is that we get this to the commander. We'll be at the next column area in a matter of minutes. There's no time. Get in the pod and evacuate with the others.
But Commander, the Gnosis are swarming all over the place. We won't stand a chance even if we do evacuate. We should accompany you.
Listen, the Gnosis are insignificant. They are nothing compared to what'll happen if it awakes. As soon as you launch the escape pod, inject yourself with 8 milligrams of Dig-Beta. You'll fall into a temporary near-death state, but that'll keep them from noticing you. Reinforcements from Central Command will arrive in a few hours. You must survive until then, or my death will be for nothing.
Commander!
Go now.
Also, the way that lowered could have pushed him into it.
Damn it! Our weapons are useless! They're not like those other bastards! An FAE? No! Hornst! Lester! What do I do? I gotta stop them. There's gotta be a way. But how? Hey, you.
What are you doing? Give that back!
Quit your whining. I'll give it right back. Hey, they're based on the 508 series, right?
So what if they are?
It's been almost 14 years now. Since I returned from Milsha, that is. Out in the fields, I took apart so many of them to get what I was looking for. It was a lot of work, you know. What with that dual-stage protection they got and all.
Dual stage? Lieutenant, you consumed their neuro...
But of course, they were quite delicious.
How could you?
That's when I found out about the control code. It's quite a convenient function you put in there. That's right. I'm going to have these marionettes hold off the Gnosis for us. Just like this.
Stop it! What do you think they are? This is a clear violation of...
Of their rights? That's for peacetime, lady. You think I don't know the Milshan Charter? Milshan Charter, Article 4, Paragraph 13. Weapons-grade Realians are required to be equipped with a remotely accessible behavioral limit and self-destruct system in case of emergency or malfunction. Use of these functions will be determined by the senior officer in charge of the situation. Am I right? Well, that time is now, and I am the conductor. I intend to make full use of my orchestra.
Stop it! You have no right
So what are you gonna do about it? Tell me, why haven't you disabled that function? Sure, it's factory loaded, but you of all people shouldn't have any trouble removing it. Since you care about them so much, all it would take is a little tweak, and they'd be free as birds. And yet you don't. Why not?
Because company protocol dictates...
Exactly. It's protocol. In other words, you're just like me, bound by that protocol. We're the ones that give them a reason to live. Am I wrong?
But
That's the difference between us and them. Am I wrong? So why not give it to them? A meaning to their pitiful existence! Son of a bitch! Out of the way! Move!
Why does he look like that?
Tomorrow she's finally going to wake up. I'm looking forward to seeing her come to life, but...
How do you feel?
There's no point in having a weapon that can't even get out of
It's
bed.
all right. This is what we
So
were born
why
to
not
do.
give it to them?
Take care.
A meaning to their...
All right?
Do you feel sad or anything? What's this girl doing here? Seen her before? Not safe there. Run. Run away. It's no use. My voice. Oh, well, I'm going to die anyway.
Chief, are you all right?
What are you doing here?
Cosmos helped everyone escape. They're all on the training ship. Now we need to get you out of here.
Cosmos? What? The Hilbert effect!
Shion.
Yes?
We will now proceed to Hangar 1.
Huh?
There is a 99.998% probability that the Gnosis target is the object stored in that hangar. My assigned duties are to verify and preserve the integrity of that object, and to protect the Vector staff members.
But I...
Life pods are located on the second level of the hangar. Please use one to escape.
Cosmos.
Chief!
Time for actual gameplay.
Disabling auto safety. Destroy all targets.
Okay. So, punch. 3. Something tells me this is gonna do a bit more than that. 22. Virgil, you have a lot of health. Okay, rush. How much is it gonna hit for? Ow. Does the helmet effect also weaken how hard they hit? I'm just gonna, punch hard. It's probably like weak to ether attacks. Or something. Oh, I guess I can test with, so that does 25. That does 36. But that was a crit, so I can't get the actual... Okay. Caps? Oh, you don't have a thing, do you? You got punched. Oh, he's poisoned now. That's a problem. Firecracker. I think Shion might just... You know, I just realized Shion probably is just better at using ranged attacks. Yeah. Or Fog King is effectively a Gnosis. I've heard that a million times. Might be slightly different, but same general concept of thing you have to have the special thing to hit. Okay, let's hit you with Spell Ray. Shoot him with the Latin Beam. Oh wait, you get stronger in response to an ether attack. I thought that was like a weakening thing. Also, I guess I'll cue Shion up immediately. I'm gonna go for this, this, and this. No, it's dead.
The enemies have been exterminated.
Oh, I got a machine gun. That looks like it's an Og's thing. Why are you guys running ahead of your only defense? How did you not get sucked out, Cosmos? Magnetic boots. Those magnet stilettos. Really, Chief? I'm gonna have a heart attack just watching you. Here you go. It's the prototype OGS VX1000. It's... Okay, I get an... OGS or eggs or whatever. I remember how to use it. Okay. Buttons are hard to remember. Oh, this is the button I pressed earlier when I wasn't supposed to. Is the guy in between the gates dead? No, he's not there at all. Okay, I can't open that door. I'm gonna save. I might actually end the stream right now. But do I want to? Yeah, let me take a nap. Nap time. I don't know. Do I want to stop the stream? Because this game's really fun, but also I kind of want to go to sleep, and I don't want to keep the stream running longer when, like, other people in my house are going to bed. Probably gonna stream again tomorrow, because this game's really fun. Yeah, I think that might be all for tonight, though. Actually, I should probably, like, close the game first. How do I exit out? Or actually, was this even, like, in the area of exiting out of games, or did you just turn the console off? Actually... Okay. I don't think there's an like a close the game button. Yeah, that'll probably be all for the stream. Bye guys.